Hello friends, this is a quick gardening checkup. This is my kale. I also planted some broccoli in there. The broccoli didn't make it, but the kale is taking off nicely. This was my herbs. It just didn't work. So I'm gonna have to try that again. This is my okra. It's growing nicely. I put a trellis there so it can go ahead and climb it if it wants. These are the beans. Look at these beans. Showing off, showing off. Beans, beans, showing off, showing off. Yes, they are. They're looking amazing. So I gave them lots of room to climb and so they can hang and give me lots of beans because I love beans, especially string beans. So, yep, and if you'll notice, it's flowering. That's a good sign of good, healthy beans because it's flowering. This one's got a little bit of sunburn, I think probably because of my watering schedule, but I don't see any bugs, so take that back. I see that big ant right there. But I don't think any bugs are eating it. I think it's just my watering schedule that's causing that. But it is also growing up and climbing, and I gave it lots of trellises so that it has the ability to climb and the beans can hang and all that wonderful stuff. And guess what this is? You guessed it. It's my potatoes. I have a visitor there. Do you see him? I'm not going to get too close because he's a grasshopper and he could hop on me, and I won't like that at all. So hopefully he's not going to eat my plant, but he can eat that part because that's not the part I'm after. I'm after those potatoes that are down there. And wow, look how this plant has just grown. And also I saw some blossoms on this potato plant yesterday. I don't see them today. But yeah, it's flowering too. So amazing that I just put those potatoes in the ground on March 30th. Today is April. No. Today is May 11th. And that's what the potatoes look like in that short period of time. Remember this? This is the Japanese squash. It is coming out of the container. And it's got all these little buds or something on the top. So I can imagine that I am going to get quite a few squash from this. I'm probably going to have to trellis it too so that the squash can hang and not be on the ground or inside the container. And this is actually some lemongrass. It died in the frost, and I just left the pot over there, and on its own it's coming back. So all good. And of course you know what this is. This is the collard superstar. Now look at these collards, okay? I just harvested all of the leaves off of this collard green plant except for 4, like right at the very top. There were like 4 at the very top. And it's been about 2 weeks now since I did that. I'm going to show you what I did with the greens. Oh man, I cooked those and ate them. But look at this plant. It's just like, hey, let's get some more greens on the scene, which is okay by me. So I'm going to let it grow. And if you look underneath there, you'll see that it's got other leaves that are, just lying on the vine there, waiting to pop out too. So I'm so happy with this collard green plant. And Sandra, if you're watching, because you're the one who gave me the small little green plant to plant, oh my goodness, it's a superstar. So that's pretty much it for my garden right now. I'm thinking about planting some more items sometime this week or this weekend because I'm getting better at this. I'm just going to tell you that the more you try to garden, the more you'll make errors and you'll just get better as you go. So this year, my garden is so much better. I learned that this side of the yard is much better for the plants than the opposite side, because on the opposite side, my neighbor's tree grows over and they get too much shade and they don't get the morning sun. But in this spot here, it gets the morning sun, but not too much. The sun goes over the house, and then it just gets filtered light after that, and it seems like the plants love that. So my basil, that's what that was. My basil didn't make it. So, not sure why. Not very strong seeds, I guess. But those are seeds from my own basil crop from last year. But it could just be the way I handled them too. That's a possibility. Okay, so that's it for today. I will be back when I plant something else. Oh, you know what? My amaranth. Oh, it started out so great. Let me see if I can go over here and see what's happening with the amaranth. It started out so great. And then I decided to put it in the ground. And the problem is that the neighborhood cats come over here and decide they want to use this as their station for waste. And that does not make me happy. So there is still some amaranth growing here. You can see it. That's amaranth, but it's not growing quickly. So I'm not really sure about the health of it. We have not been getting rain, which is kind of a challenge here because this is Jacksonville, Florida, and typically it rains every day for about an hour and then the sun comes out. So our weather is a little tweaked right now. So I'm going to have to put a little water on this spot and remember to water this area because sometimes I forget. But I'll keep you updated. So that's it for the garden. Go out and plant something.